What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity build video. Today we're going to be talking about the milestone assignments and why you need to collect the points as you go. I told you guys this in the beginning, and I'm going to tell you guys again. I'm seeing so many people talking about how they're going to wait until the end of the contest to collect any of their milestone points. You cannot do that. Okay, you can't. Because here's what's going to happen. The milestone assignments are there so that you collect the points as you go, and as you work on your assignments, you get credit for the ones up above, right? If you're not collecting those points, you're going to work through 60 assignments and 15 tickets and not gain credit for things that you would otherwise be doing because you're not claiming those points. Now, what I did tell you guys to do was to wait to collect the points until you've finished all 3 tiers of the milestone, right? Because here's the thing. The first, when you have a milestone assignment, you get 3 portions of it. You get the first portion, second, then the third, right? So you can collect the points on the second, and then, or the first and the second, and then you still have the third that you would have to collect. If you wait until all 3 levels are done, then you don't have to worry about a constant points increase throughout your week. You just take one hit at once. Hopefully by then you have dropped, your average isn't, ridiculously high, right? So just because you have collected some of these milestone assignments does not mean that your average is going to be so high that it's going to give you garbage thereafter. You have to calculate up your average to determine that. You can have over a 2K average and still get good assignments, okay? When you start getting into like a 3K average, usually about 2,500 to 3K average is when you start to see a little bit of a decline. All right. So this person wrote in the comments section, says, these milestones are turbo awful. Yeah, I get you leave them ticking over during the week, except when you finally done 13 airport, 13 export HQ rows, on 33 ward deliveries on or near the last day, you get a cargo delivery option of which you need to do 12 or something. How mind-numbingly frustrating is that? You've done half a dozen of them already during the week, but of course they don't count. Now, in this person's case, my guess is they had, 2 of the really expensive ones or whatever, like airport and export HQ rows. So by the time they finished those, they had finished their assignments, right? And now they have this ridiculous one for cargo. So here's the thing that I was trying to explain to you guys before. If you're in that position where you were collecting your points as they were done and you were getting the assignments to come in, you still did not finish all the milestone assignments, then what I told you guys to do was to calculate up your current situation and say, okay, I've got this many points. This is my competition. This is what I would earn if I did all 3 levels of this particular milestone. So if I have to do, let's say, 12 cargo deliveries, that would be 120 cash. For that 120 cash, what am I going to get in terms of points? Click on the assignment, the milestone assignment. It'll give you all 3 tiers, the points for all 3 tiers. Calculate it up and say, okay, for this many points and this much money spent, this is what I'm going to get. Do I need to do that in order to win? If the answer is yes, I have to do that in order to win, then you have to ask yourself, what have I put into this round of the contest? Is it exceeding the amount that I'm going to be getting back if I win? If you're spending more than 2,000 simscash on 1 week of the contest to maybe win, then I would forfeit, okay? But if you've already invested, a significant amount of cash and your leaderboard is, not too far away, but not far away enough for comfort, then maybe, okay? I would say, you know what, it's worth, it also is going to depend on how much time you have left in the contest. If you have a couple of days left, you can get quite a few cargoes in. ship it away, and then you'll get your next one in what, like so many hours, 6 hours or some shit, and then you'll be able to send another one away. So you can get at least a couple of them done. But the point is you guys, there's bigger problems, okay, than the milestone assignments. Those, they're doable. They're workaroundable. And I know a lot of you guys are frustrated that the streaks are gone, but I'm telling you guys, the streaks were garbage. They really were. They made everything harder. You had to constantly stack up upgrades. Just because I came up with a technique that allowed you guys to do it more freely and, you know, allowed you to dominate the leaderboard, you got comfortable with that technique for a lot of you guys, and, you know, you were happy with it. But you do realize that it wouldn't have taken much to throw that technique out. Like another upgrade having to be stacked up, another high algorithm assignment, and that technique would not have been good. It would have had to be rearranged again. Every time they do this, every time they screw up this game, I have to come up with a new technique for you guys in order to keep winning. Well, their latest screw up I can't fix, and I'll tell you what it is. They are now allowing hackers to dominate the leaderboard. They stopped it for a long time, and now it's back. So now hackers can put up 600,000 contest mayor's points with one click of a button. Yeah. So say goodbye to the contest of mayors, because it's trash. So for those of you guys so worried about the milestone assignments, trust me, that isn't even the beginning of the problems. Hackers, there's already videos all over YouTube on how to, you know, hack comm points again. They're putting up astronomical amounts of, you know, points that all at once. So even, and you know, you might think, well, they're putting up 600,000 comm points, they're going to get banned. Why do they care? Why do they care if they get banned? They don't care. All they have to do is make another city. They're on a computer. They've got parallel space. They've got BlueStacks. They can just run 100 different cities, screw up your day, and that's all they care about. So what? You ban their city. They don't have anything invested but a little bit of time. They're not investing any money, and they've got 100 other cities that they're working with. So as long as they're screwing up your day, that's all they care about. It's EA's job, SimCity's job, to make sure that their legit paying customers, the people that keep this game alive, are protected from people like that. It's their job to make sure that we aren't wrongfully sent to Naughty Island for playing legitimately. It's their job to make the game more fun and interesting and keeping it, you know, provided with content that's worth paying for. And they are failing miserably. Okay, this person goes on to say, either they all sit there accumulating or their tasks, either they all sit there accumulating or they are tasks streak-like that you can crack on them, that you can crack on with. I don't know what he's talking about. I've just had submit design entries roll in on the last day, which for top milestone needs 3. I mean, that's literally impossible in the game as it sets the schedule of design competitions, and they aren't that quick. That is effing stupid. Absolutely. Absolutely stupid. Have you guys met Build It with Smith? Have you seen his videos? Have you seen him talk about how he talks with the development team over there? It's ran by a bunch of idiots. They must have hired some smart programmer in there to put the game together. And then they handed it off to a bunch of straight up morons. I don't know what they're doing over there. They must just be getting, like, lit. You know what I'm saying? They must just be getting all high up on acid and smoking. No, if they were smoking weed, they'd probably be a little smarter. But it's bad, okay? They're over there, like, robo-tripping or something. Straight up. Because the shit that they have put out, the stuff that they've done, is absolutely just mind-boggling to me. Like this guy said, you can't even do 3 submit design challenges. That was designed, in my opinion, for simscash. That was designed to not be completed. It was designed to make you pay the 15 simscash to get a new assignment. That's what they wanted you to do. In my opinion, that's what they're going for. There's no way that they're that stupid. If they are that stupid, then this game has absolutely no hope. None whatsoever. He goes on to say, I'm not putting a penny into this game until this feature is removed. Well, give it time, okay? It's not going to matter if this feature gets removed or not, because when and if it does, and I'm sure it will at some point, the moment that everybody gets comfortable with it, the moment that they fix the bugs with it, they'll yank it away, just like they did with the streaks, just like they did with everything else, and they'll throw some new garbage at us to try to keep the game alive, and it'll just be another annoying problem. I've played this game for 8 years. This is a constant pattern with this company. Now, I kept playing because I had some kind of hope that, all right, it's going to get better. You know, it's going to get better. They're half-assed making an attempt over here. Maybe the buildings will get better. But this last year, with everything and the banning of legit cities, wow, that took the cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, really? It's one thing to just put out crappy buildings. Then it's just like, all right, what am I playing this for? You know, but it's a whole nother thing to ban someone's city that plays legitimately. Somebody spent $400 on face care products. They got rewarded on behalf of SimCity, 107,000 simscash, and was immediately sent to Naughty Island. That's your guys' doing. You gave her that reward. You set a reward that was able to be collected that high. Knowing that it's from a purchase. You mean to tell me we've got computers out there that are ridiculously smart, okay? Smarter than any one human, technically. And you can't set your programming to know the difference between a rightful transaction and a hacker? You're telling me your automated system doesn't know the difference between someone hacking simscash and someone paying $400 and getting rewarded? That's a bunch of horse shit. Okay, it really is. It's crap. It really is. It's crap. This game is crap. The people that run it are crap. And you'll be lucky if I don't make a freaking reaction video every single day. Oh, and the cheating, day 2 of this week, and the top leader has 168,000 points. Assuming they got 100% of the milestones in 2 days, that leaves 144,000 of the points to get roughly a 2,500 average over 2 days. How's that possible? Okay, there we disagree. That is possible. Absolutely possible. In fact, it's not even impressive. It's not. I don't know what you're talking about, but think about it, dude. 2 days is when you should be finished with comm. I teach people to play on a pro level. A pro level, that's what I would teach, is that you can finish the contest of mayors within 24 hours to 48 hours tops. Almost every single person in my group does that, okay? Almost all my followers, people in my comm training course, I won't even accept you into my training course unless you can finish comm within the first 2 days. So, I'm not really sure what you're talking about here. Think about it. Unless you're a low-level player who has a ridiculous amount of factory assignments, what possible reason could it take more than 2 days? You're paying for airports, you're paying for cargo. If you have a high storage capacity or a decent group, you're able to do those shipments and repairs and things like that quick. I can put up 60,000 points in a matter of minutes, literally. If I get the right assignments, yeah, I can. Get a 3K Omega, that takes me less than 2 minutes. Get a 3K VU with a nice stocked up inventory, there's 6,000 points in under a minute. Then a delivery, pay, boom, they're less than 5 minutes, I've got 9,000 points. That's not impressive, okay? The problem is when you have huge points jumps, like you're watching the leaderboard and the person isn't adding points up over the course of 2 days. They've added their points up over the course of a second, like 30,000 points in 1 second. that is when you start to worry. Or when they exceed the amount that the person can actually earn. So if somebody had, let's say, 300,000 points, then you would say, okay, what the fuck's going on here? This person clearly can't run, a 400 or 4,000 average. So something's up, okay? But earning 168,000 points on day 2 of the contest with the milestone assignments, that's not impressive. I mean, it's a decent person that they're obviously playing, and they're decent, yes, but it's not unheard of. In fact, I don't actually get impressed until somebody can show me they can do it in 24 hours. If you can finish the Contest of Mayors 100% as a high-level player in 24 hours, then I'm impressed. And it takes pretty much working 24/7 to do that. But you guys, you got to remember, just because you're not capable of doing it, just because you don't understand how it was done, doesn't mean that it isn't doable, okay? What ends up happening is you guys report legit players for hacking simply because you don't understand how it's possible. And then SimCity, not to give them too much credit here, if I was a company and I was constantly getting reports of people who are reporting people who are legitimate, then eventually I'm just going to stop even reading the reports and go, yeah, sure, everybody's hacked, not to take their side on the matter by any means, but you guys have to know the difference between when someone's hacking and when they're not, okay? It really is going to make a difference in who should be reported and who shouldn't be. Now, the next part of his, that was it. Okay, so, yeah. I mean, everything else we're pretty much in agreement with, in terms of what he said, but for those of you guys who think it's not possible, look back on all my Contest of Mayors walkthroughs. Go ahead, look back on them. And you'll see when I flip through them, when I flip through the screenshots, you'll see the timestamps. How many times have I said he's only 8 hours into the contest and he's already got this many assignments completed? You've watched it. You've seen it happen firsthand. You've watched me do it. So it's possible. It's absolutely possible. In fact, if you watch my videos and you follow my tips, you can do it too. Okay?